Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, Mackenzie.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Are we unable to get started? Is that what the issue?
Now we're good. Now we're online.
Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much.
No problem. All right. Thank you. Thanks for your patience, everyone.
yeah.
So reps, this will be 45 minutes and everyone has 6 minutes to present. The session is being recorded. Please mute yourself when you're not speaking. And if you have any questions, anything like that, please let us know at StriveScan. I'm beginning with the opening slide, and please, please, please be cognizant of your timing, especially now that we're starting late, and I apologize for that. And students will have the ability to do Q&A, and if you're not able to answer those, then it's fine. Like, we have a transcript, and those will be sent to you. And there's the ability to override screen sharing at whatever point. If you get to the 6-minute mark and at 5:40, if you're getting a little bit too close, then I will turn my video on, and that will be kind of your indication to wrap it up. So at the end of the session, I will disconnect all of us, but I'll give a little thank you everyone for coming. So I think we are first going to start with
Can we share slides? Is that the expectation, is that we're going to do screen shares when it's our turn, or just to talk?
Yeah, no, you can screen share. So I started with the screen share, and then everyone has the ability to override everyone else. So I'm gonna be keeping time. Everyone has 6 minutes. And then once the person before you is done, you'll be able to screen share your screen. And then you can present your PowerPoint or whatever you're presenting, and it'll be all good. So we're gonna start with Pacific Lutheran, I believe. First, I want to do a check to make sure everyone is here. Pacific Lutheran here.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Whitman. Is Whitman here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Great Northern, are you here?
Yes, I'm right here.
Willamette.
Willamette's here.
Linfield.
I'm right here.
And Seattle?
Seattle University, yes.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to get started with Pacific Lutheran. You can take it away, and I will keep timing on everything, so go ahead.
Perfect. Can you guys hear me okay and see my screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Welcome, students. Thank you guys for participating today in our presentations. I know it's going to look a little bit different than what we're used to, but thank you for bearing with each and one of us as admission counselors. So a little bit more about PLU. To begin with, my name is Kevin Castellanos. I am an admission counselor here for your territory. PLU is located in Tacoma, Washington. If you guys want to get a quick photo of this, this is kind of like an inquiry QR code where you guys can fill out some information, and then I can get back to you. You guys take a quick picture of that, it'll take you to a specific site. So learning a little bit more about where our campus is located. If you guys haven't been to the west side of the state, we sit in Tacoma, Washington, which is the 3rd largest city in our state, following Spokane and Seattle. So you get a smaller environment compared to those cities if you've ever been to them. But we also have a pretty big environment as well. In the first upper left-hand photo, you can see downtown Parkland. And behind that is actually one of our halls that we have on campus. At one point, it was actually the only hall that we had on campus. It hosted all dorms and all classrooms and all that stuff. So our campus is definitely expanded since the years it began. And the upper right-hand photo is actually a coffee shop that's actually located on that street in Parkland, downtown Parkland. And this is a cool environment just if you are kind of getting tired of the library, you want a different environment and studying with either yourself or friends. We have many coffee shops just near campus where you can explore that. Moving forward, a little bit about PLU. So our student population, both for undergraduate and graduate enrollment, is 3,100. So typically, because of that, our average classroom sizes are about 19. So typically in your high school, I'm not sure how that looks like for you, but it really does give you the benefit of having that relationship with your professor. All of our classes are taught by professors, so you don't have any TAs or GAs teaching your classes, which is really nice, right? So having your professors be accessible before, during, and even after class is a huge benefit for our students. And below is a few statistics. So these aren't requirements to be admitted to the university. They're just an average. And I would like to say that we have been and we are currently a test optional school. So if you haven't taken and you don't plan on taking the SAT or ACT, that's not a problem to apply here at PLU. So moving forward, I'm not going to talk about each division and what classes and what majors are in each one, but at PLU, as a liberal arts university, we really try to expand your perspective on classes and your majors and exactly what you're interested in studying. So let's say you're really interested in studying nursing. As a nursing student here at PLU, you're not just going to be taking nursing classes. You're going to be taking a variety of different classes in each divisions, right? So if you're in the humanities division, taking those religion courses or natural sciences, your biology classes, kind of putting your feet into each and every single division, as you know, creating that wide perspective and that wider environment that we have here on campus. As is it important it is to be involved in high school, it's just as important to be involved in college, right? Whatever university you decide to go to. Here at PLU, we have over 70 different clubs, that you can participate. Not all of them are academic. Some of them, you know, if you're interested in playing intramural sports, you can definitely be involved in sports with your friends. We have like biology club. We have Black Student Union. Latinos Unidos, different clubs around campus that, you know, it's important to not just go to PLU and go to class and go back home, but just really getting involved in all those different activities that we have on campus. We're also an NCAA Division III university. So if you're interested in playing sports, we do have 19 different sports that you guys can choose from. And if you're interested in playing, I would just, you know, contact me and I can get you connected with a coach. That's all I could really say about that. And also it's a huge culture in our community, in our campus, to go to different events for our athletics and participate in cheering on our fellow Lutes. So we have 9 different residence halls on campus. 6 of those are open to first-year students. And what's really nice about our campus and our res halls is that they're all living learning communities. So some halls are specifically for first-generation students or students that really like working out. So really putting you into the environment that you will be the most successful in is really important to us here at PLU, because it's hard as it is just moving away from home, and, you know, placing you in an environment with people similar to you is really important to us on campus. So over 50% of PLU students study away. When I was a student there, I actually studied abroad in Spain for 6 months. It was an amazing experience for me. And we have a lot of different programs on campus that we can put you in, and your merit scholarship and your credits transfer over directly to our gateway programs that we have. These are all of our PLU admission requirements. So you have your transcripts, your high school transcripts, and your recommendation could be from a teacher or a community member. We also have your essay that comes with your application and your test scores. So those are optional, like I mentioned. A little bit about our financial aid. So our academic scholarships range from $6,000 to $27,000 per year. And we also offer a presidential scholarship. So if you have above a 3.8 or above, you can qualify for a full tuition scholarship. And a little bit more about our financial assistance. We have a brand new program here on campus called the PLU Pledge. Essentially, if you're making $45,000 or less, PLU, after you've graduated, PLU will actually help you pay back your loans until you make that $45,000 gap, which is really nice. And the only eligibility you need is to graduate with a bachelor's from PLU that's not nursing, and you have to be working an average of 30 hours per week. Thank you again. This is the QR code if you guys want to take a picture of that, and to fill out more information. I can get back to you with any questions you may have. Thank you guys so much.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my screen share to pick the right spot. It doesn't seem to want to capture my. I think I'm just going to talk. I can't seem to capture my slideshow. I'm going to try for just another second. Try and get it up there. I think I'm just going to talk to you because it won't grab it. Well, my name's Heidi Chapin. I'm an admissions officer here at Whitman College, located in the southeast corner of Walla Walla in Washington, in Walla Walla. Each of you, I just want to say, has embarked on an adventure of a lifetime, and you may not have realized that just yet, but these are the first steps along the pathway leading to your future. Whitman truly is a place like no other, where your spirit of adventure is cultivated. Here you'll find a different kind of academic rigor, where your professors and your fellow students will become your mentors and friends. You will find connections to our community through shared interest in service, research, and exploration. We are a nationally ranked liberal arts college located in the perfect sized town. I have lived here for 8 years and I love living here. This is going to offer you a sense of place that's derived from your connection to the people and the town and the landscape. We are located just a block from downtown. It's a small, lovely downtown. It's got world-class restaurants, coffee shops, bakeries, and you can find where you can go and find a place to grab a bite to eat with your friends or study. We offer a collaborative academic environment that supports research opportunities for our undergrad students. So some great examples of this are, we have a professor of geology who studies up in the Aleutian Islands, and we have a student who went with her. We have multiple students that go every year to study with her up in the Aleutian Islands to study the volcanoes. We have a marine biologist who takes his students out in the boat out over the Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. And one student I know recently was on the boat when the Alvin discovered a new species at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and then ended up writing a paper with their professor to showcase a new species of fish, which is really exciting for them. We also have students who work in the National Archives in Scotland, transcribing original manuscripts, which I think is really one of the unique things you can find at Whitman, is that capacity for undergraduates to really do intentional and meaningful work right alongside their professors. I would also like to spend a few moments highlighting some programs that we have that exemplify the pathway that you get to make connections with your community. We have a Semester in the West program that's a semester-long program that allows you to explore the public land conservation and rural life from Montana to New Mexico. Here, in that program, you get to meet with public land managers and tribal leaders and ranchers and conservationists from across the West. And you'll write and read and discuss and make movies and podcasts with your classmates as you travel throughout the whole West during that semester. We also have an amazing outdoor program here, which offers you a place to build community while at the same time learning about the land. This is a place where you're going to find hiking and backpacking, kayaking, river rafting, climbing, and skiing. Most of our trips are led by students, and we have an amazing fund that was funded by an alumni that gives every student $150 credit towards trips offered through this program, which allows, it's designed and allowed to create an inclusive environment where everyone can participate. We also have programs that get you out into the community, and whether you're wanting to get into the community to work with education, here one of the programs to highlight is Whitman Teaches the Movement, where we have students working on teaching about the civil rights movement out in our community. We've got about 80 students every year that go out and get connected with about 1,200 of our local elementary and middle and high school students, giving them awareness about the civil rights movement. Lastly, I would just like to talk a little bit about a new program that we have around financial aid. We have a new program called our Early Financial Aid Guarantee Program, and this is going to give you the opportunity to know what your financial aid package is before you even apply to Whitman. So it's open now. It turns around in about 2 to 3 weeks. What we need from you is your transcript and a short form, and we do the rest. And within about a week or two, we'll turn around and we will show you what your merit aid package is and your need-based aid package as soon as the CSS and FAFSA are open, and you'll know what your package is before you even apply to Whitman. And it's a great way to help you make and understand what your cost is going to be. To close, I just want to remind you that this journey is the beginning of a lifetime of adventure. Use this time to explore your opportunities as you're doing right now, and find a place that fits what you're looking for. We at Whitman are collectively a group of adventurous spirits creating community that supports each other, and we hope you'll join us. Thank you, and I'll figure out how to get my screen shared so that you can get a contact with me. But my name's Heidi Chapin. You can look me up on the Whitman website if we don't figure out another way to share my screen. Thanks a lot.
Oops. Hello. I think I'm next. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. And let me start my timer. Okay. All right. Hi, my name is Allie, or Aliona Bangayan Thielman, and I am the admissions counselor for Great Northern University here in Spokane, Washington. And we have our 8 4-year programs. So these are our traditional bachelor's degree programs. So we have a Bachelor's of Arts in Biblical and Theological Studies, Youth and Family Ministry, Communication, Leadership Studies, Intercultural Studies, Linguistics, and then teaching English to speakers of other languages. And then we have 1 Bachelor's of Science program, which is our BS in Psychology. We also offer 7 1-year programs. So we have a Bible certificate, Youth and Family Ministry certificate, Applied Linguistics certificate, the Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages certificate, and then we have 3 certificates in area studies focusing on East Asia, Eastern Europe, and Western Europe. And these are typically more so for not really our students out of high school, but some students out of high school have taken them just to like get a year in Bible and then go off to nursing school. So that is an option. Most of our certificate people, our students are older people in the community who don't want to pursue a full bachelor's degree. Our tuition is $520 per credit hour and at 15 credits per semester with it's about $15,600 a year. And if you are eligible for FAFSA with federal grants like the Pell Grant, that is deducted from your tuition. And so basically, who are we? We are a Christian liberal arts university located in Spokane, Washington. We are about 10 blocks north of Gonzaga University, so come visit us. We have 3 core values that I'm going to go over just so you have a better idea of who we are. That's scholarship, community, and wisdom. And then we are a Christian liberal arts university that educates and equips students to engage their world at any level with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So in terms of scholarship, we do greatly favor academic rigor, but we do it from a Christian biblical worldview. And we're led by dedicated faculty members. All of our full-time faculty have PhDs in their fields. They're experts in their fields of study, but we do hope to integrate faith learning and living as central to every academic discipline. And then with community, what we want from our students is to be able to communicate with those around them. And so we provide that by providing more mentor-mentee type relationships with our faculty and our students. But we also want you to engage with the outside world, because we don't want you to only be part of college. We want you to actually get to know Spokane and the area around you, the people who need help, the people who can help you. We want that to be part of who you are and part of your college experience. And then wisdom is what we feel when you integrate scholarship within your community. So what you're learning in classes, what you're learning from the Bible, we want you to be able to apply that and apply it well to the community that you're serving, the community that's serving you. And then when we talk about engage your world, we talk about, there's several aspects of that that's part of our college experience. So for example, we have field education, which every student for 30 hours a semester, which averages to about 2 hours a week, you're supposed to be doing something in your major outside of class. So our leadership studies majors, some of them shadow someone who leads a nonprofit. Our youth and family ministry majors might shadow or help out in their church's local youth group. And then for our biblical and theological studies majors, some of them are teaching in private Christian high schools around the area. With a 6-to-1 faculty to student, or 6-to-1 student to faculty ratio, we have very small class sizes. Our professors are very close with their students. They invite them over for dinner. You meet their families. It's just, it's like I said, with that mentor-mentee relationship, you really get all of those resources that your professors are, because they are living resources. Then we have a commitment to excellence, because we believe that not only is academic rigor important, but we want you to be able to communicate in speech and writing. And in order to do that, you have to practice a lot. And so you have to do a lot of speaking and a lot of writing, because that's the only way that you're going to be good at communicating. And then with the Gospel of Jesus Christ, just something here is that all of our majors, even if you're not a biblical and theological studies major, everyone has to have the core curriculum of these 6 classes. So you take Old Testament survey, New Testament survey, hermeneutics, Bible intro, and then systematic theology 1 and 2. And this is really important to who we are, because we believe that not only pastors and missionaries should be equipped to, engage the world with the gospel of Jesus Christ, but so should so should the teachers, so should the business people, so should the journalists, so should lawyers, and everything like that. So all of that is extremely important to us, and we want all of our students to be prepared. And then you guys can apply today. This is a more recent photo. With COVID, all of our students are required to wear masks and everything. Our SAT, ACT score is waived, and then we do have a free application, and you receive a decision within 2 weeks of applying. And then this is my contact info at the bottom. Just email me at admissions@greatnorthernu.org. And yeah, thank you guys for having me.
I'm muted. Hi, everyone. My name is Amrith. I'm an admissions counselor here at Willamette University. I just want to thank you all for joining. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so today I just want to tell you a little bit about general, and I'll just start here. So we were founded in 1842. We're one of the oldest higher education institutions in the West. We're in Salem, Oregon, which is about an hour south of Portland. We're a 4-year private liberal arts institution supported by 3 professional schools, those being the College of Law, Atkinson Graduate School of Management, and the Claremont School of Theology. We're also one of 40 colleges that changes lives, and that's something that we're really proud of. We are comprised of about 1,800 undergraduate students. We have 52 academic programs ranging from the fine arts to the hard sciences. You also have the option to design your own major. We have a 305-acre Xena learning and recreation space that we use for things like our farm club to biology and environmental science research. We also have the 54-year partnership with Tokyo International University, so we have a strong presence of international students who come on our campus for about 10 months. They participate in student government, to many other things on campus. Part of what that partnership allowed us to do is expand our other study abroad partnerships, so you can take many different types, either a semester, spring, summer, or even a full year abroad program. We are also 76 feet from the state capitol, so it's no surprise that 80% of the interns there are students at Willamette. This is something a lot of our students, you don't have to be just a politics major to make use of this, but it's something that is really unique about Willamette. So we are a residential campus. We have a very beautiful campus that a lot of students spend a great deal of time at. Again, we're located very closely to various research and internship opportunities. We're an hour from Portland, and we have an Amtrak station really close by. A little bit about the academic experience. We are a liberal arts institution, but we are also relevant in the way that we're preparing you for education and adaptability after you graduate. So the skills you're learning will be relevant not only now, but later on when you're going to need them most. So we have an 11-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Again, experiential learning is super important here. So we make internships, studying abroad, or faculty-led research a requirement for many students, for all students, but many students choose to do a mix of all 3. We also have several graduate school programs with the 3 that I mentioned before, those being an MBA program, JD, or a Master's in Data Science. We also have several new programs in the undergraduate, those being business, public health, and data science as well. We also have an additional 50 programs, and you can also create your own, as I mentioned before. So students at Willamette tend to be involved in several different things. You can choose one of our 100 clubs or music ensemble groups. We also have 20 NCAA varsity sports. Again, internships are really big at our campus, and we have several unique traditions that make Willamette the community-centered space that it is. So now I just want to tell you a little bit more about applying to us. We have 2 different deadlines, those being the early decision or early action or regular decision. We have no application fee, no supplemental essays. We've been test optional for about 5 years now. We don't want that to be a barrier for anyone who's applying, especially under these circumstances. We have several different supplemental documents we'll be asking from you, those being a high school or college transcript, counselor recommendation, teacher recommendation. Your counselor can help you with the school or college report. We also, you can submit additional letters of recommendation up to 10. You can also sign up for an interview, and that's something I really encourage a lot of students to do. It will be an opportunity for us to get to know you in a way that maybe your essay or your application wouldn't really highlight. In general, our application uses a holistic review process, so that's part of our value as a liberal arts institution. We want to make sure that you're a good fit for us, so we'll be looking at different activities, your essay, your transcript and context of your high school, and other things like that. In terms of financial aid, we have several different options for you to choose from. We have merit-based awards. Those range up to around $30,000 per year. They're renewable each year. You automatically qualify for it once you apply to Willamette. If you're a full-time student and you have a good academic standing. We have several competitive scholarships with their own sort of process, and we have FAFSA as well. So that concludes my presentation. I hope you're interested in Willamette University, and thank you so much for attending.
All right. So my name is Ryan. I'm one of the admission counselors at Linfield University in McMinnville, Oregon. Just pull the slide up. And some of you may know us as Linfield College, but as of July 1st, we have now changed our name to Linfield University. And even though our name has changed, we are still fundamentally the same. We offer the same small classes, a close-knit community, and strong student-faculty relationships. Linfield has 2 campuses, both located in Northwest Oregon. Our main campus is in McMinnville, which is pictured here. McMinnville is essentially located about an hour to Portland and the coast. We also are a few hours away from Mount Hood and the Cascade Mountains. The majority of Linfield students on the McMinnville campus are here on the McMinnville campus, which offers nearly all of our academic programs. We have just over 1,400 students, and 85% of classes have fewer than 22 students. Linfield is ranked in US News and World Reports for our 4 years as having the best ethnic diversity among liberal arts colleges in the Pacific Northwest and Washington. And Washington Monthly recently ranked Linfield as the #1 liberal arts college in Oregon for first-generation students. The College of Arts and Sciences is home to most of Linfield's academic programs, and like many liberal arts institutions, students have until the end of sophomore year to declare their major. And all first year and some transfer students will take first semester seminar, a 1-credit course that helps with course planning, academic advising, and understanding graduation requirements and more. Also based in McMinnville is our School of Business. It has 7 different majors and 4 minors, including 2 of our newest programs being sports management and wine studies. Our campus in Portland is home to our School of Nursing, which is the oldest nursing education program in the Pacific Northwest. The School of Nursing will move to a new campus in Northeast Portland starting in the spring semester. Portland's always been the home of our School of Nursing, but the new facility will provide more state-of-the-art simulation and lab space, as well as more accessible parking. And students who spend 4 years at Linfield seeking their Bachelor of Science in Nursing will still begin their education on the McMinnville campus and transfer to the Portland campus for junior and senior year. And there's about 350 students on our Portland campus. Linfield education continues to be rooted in the liberal arts and sciences, regardless of a student's major. We call all our general education requirements the Linfield curriculum. And as a first-year student and one specific, you'll be taking some of these classes as a first-year student. In addition to the courses, Linfield strongly encourages students to build their resume through hands-on and experiential learning opportunities. So more than 80% of our students participate in an internship or in-field experience, and students work to create these experiences individually with campus resources. For some students, hands-on learning comes from collaborative research with their professors. Students were able to participate in collaborative research this summer, including some of these projects from the arts and social and natural sciences. And about 40% of Linfield students will study abroad before they graduate. And Linfield offers semester-long programs for students from any academic major. And the cost to study abroad is roughly the same as being on campus. So we offer the opportunity to go abroad during January term, our 4-week quarter between fall and spring semesters. We'll offer these 3 programs this January. And all Linfield students receive free airfare for their first Linfield study abroad experience. Much of the events and activities that go on outside of class run through our student government. And there are more than 300 different leadership opportunities or positions for students. And we have a number of big events through the year too, including our Hispanic celebration in the fall, a luau in the spring, and Wildstock, which is a concert and celebration at the end of the school year. And McMinnville campus students are required to live on campus for 3 years, and more than 75% of students will do that, all 4. Residence halls are primarily co-ed, but we also offer single gender, gender inclusive halls, and we also have 1 pet friendly hall. More than 30% of our students participate on our NC2A Division III intercollegiate athletic teams. We have 10 men's teams and 11 women's teams. All of our experiences at Linfield are designed to set our graduates up for success, and 88% of first-year students finish in the first 8 semesters or fewer. And then here's some examples of our alumni success. Linfield utilizes the common application for first year and transfer students to the McMinnville campus, and we do not have an application fee. And Linfield is test-free for 2021, so we don't require or use the SAT or ACT as part of the admission or scholarship financial aid process. For first year students, we have 3 application deadlines. Early action is non-restrictive and non-binding, and we'll simply prioritize the review of your application, and regular decision will provide you for more time to submit. December 1st is our scholarship weekend. This is a virtual program where students can earn up to $5,000 in annual scholarship to your award. And Linfield total direct cost is, including tuition, room and board and fees, is nearly $58,000 for the current year. But with Linfield education can be affordable and on par with what you might expect to pay at a public university. And we offer scholarships up to $26,000 per year based on weighted GPA, and which we calculate for all students. And we are currently offering on-campus visits and tours if you wish to do so for fall 2021 start terms. Awesome. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Let me get my screen shared. So I will try to be brief since I know we're almost at time. But hello, my name is Monica Tafoy, and I'm also the admissions counselor who supports all the students from the Spokane area. Oops, hold on. There we go. So, as you may have guessed, Seattle University is located in Seattle, or as we like to describe our location, the heart of the city. We're just east of downtown Seattle and located right next to the Capitol Hill neighborhood. And while we're still in the city, we have a small, distinct campus that sits on about 5 by 4 city blocks. Seattle U is a private Jesuit university. Our Jesuit identity provides the framework for who we are as a community. Our core values are rooted in social justice, diversity, and inclusion. And while no, it's not a requirement to be Catholic in order to attend Seattle U, we pride ourselves in the diversity of our students, not only in the religious makeup of our students, only about 30% identify as Catholic, but where they come from, the different experiences that shape them. Students that come to SU are looking for the best of all worlds in their experiences, a close-knit community, and the opportunities that come with being in a big city. Our Career Engagement Office offers guidance for jobs, interviews, and programs for networking and professional development. But we also know that our students want to explore beyond the city, and that's where our location in the Northwest makes it easy for our students to explore the many mountains, rivers, and parks nearby. Our commitment to sustainability is another draw for students. We were the first university in Washington State to ban the sale of plastic water bottles on campus, and the first Jesuit school in the US to divest from fossil fuels. With about 4,700 undergrad students and 7,200 total students, including grad programs and a law school, our average class size is 18, with the largest class you might ever have on our campus around 32. 100% of our classes are taught by professors, with no teaching assistants or graduate assistants teaching any of our classes. Seattle U also has over 54 direct entry majors. So if you know what you would like to major, you can be directly admitted into that specific program and be guaranteed a spot. Some of our most popular programs that you see there are listed, including nursing, which is our most competitive program on campus. However, our pre-major studies program is a unique program that helps students narrow down their options, whether you don't know what you want to major in or you have 3 different majors you're trying to consider. And for those of you who may be interested in heading into like med school, veterinary school, or even law school, our pre-professional advising is a really excellent place for our students to connect with. These folks specialize in advising students for those next steps and are a great resource for you as you navigate the application process for your next degree. I mentioned that we are a Jesuit Catholic university, but it's in our core curriculum where you will find our religious requirement. We require all students to take 2 classes in either theology, philosophy, or ethics. Religion on our campus is really what you make of it, and these classes vary from everything from the women in the Hebrew Bible to sports and theology. Some great resources on campus are our Outreach Center, which has our first generation in our veterans program, but also our Office of Multicultural Affairs and our Learning Assistant programs, which provides essay writing, math labs, and general help with all different subjects. And while we know that academics are certainly important, so is the social and community aspect of college. We have over 130 clubs on campus, and ranging from everything from social, political, cultural, to the knitting nerds and the gamers. So definitely something for everyone. And for those of you who are interested in sports, we have 18 Division I sports on campus and are members of the Western Athletic Conference. I always tell students that if they're on our campus and they're bored, they're doing something wrong. There's always something happening on campus. All right, so let's see. So, let's dig in a little bit deeper and change gears a little bit and talk about the application process. So, Seattle University is on the Common Application, so hopefully making life a little bit easier for those seniors who are currently in that application process. Our early action application, which is a non-binding deadline, is November 15th. And our regular decision deadline is January 15th. One of the advantages to applying early is that you get to find out between Christmas and New Year's if you've been admitted. And then regular decision, typically you find out that first full week of March. And so definitely we are test optional moving forward. So definitely you don't need to submit your test scores for your Common Application and also for merit-based scholarship. So I see that we're being asked to wrap it up. Happy to chat more about any of our financial aid, scholarships, as well as just the overall process. If you want to join me on the Zoom meeting, you should have received for the next part of today. Thank you.
You're muted.
Thank you again. I've done that multiple times. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you panelists. Thank you students. When you close out of the window, there will be a quick 4-question survey, and we would really appreciate if you fill that out super quick. Also, there's many more sessions available, so it would be great if you signed up for ones that are later today or tomorrow or the next day. And in about a week, you'll be able to see the recording of this session. So look out for that. And also there will be a transcript of the Q&A. So again, thank you guys so much for attending. Have a great rest of your evening.
I have a quick question for you once everyone jumps off. Are we good?
Yeah, go for it.
Can I practice sharing my screen? I have no idea why I couldn't share. I had it all set up and then it just like disappeared and I couldn't re-find it. I don't know.
We have had a couple counselors have like weird problems with that, but yeah, go ahead and I'll stop share and then you can try.
Okay. So if I pick desktop 2, which is what I want it to be, what happens is the other, like you show up there. And I don't know why. That's what's happening. So
Go ahead and click share screen and it pulls up all of your things. You double click.
yeah, so I did that. So then I tried this one, share. And what do you see now?
Now it just says the black screen that says has started screen sharing. Double click to enter full screen mode.
Okay. No.
There's been more than like, it's not just you. Like I've had a couple people have this problem.
Okay. I think I just need to practice, and so I appreciate you staying on and letting me just try and figure out what. So if I put this in present mode.
Yeah, totally.
And now I share desktop 2.
There it is. I see it now.
Okay, so that's what I had all set up. And then once the presenter before me shared his screen,
Right.
my screen just like disappeared. So I think I just need to leave it as a diminished thing and then move it and share it. I just want to be ready for tomorrow because we're going to do this again. And the same thing's going to happen. I'm going to be like, oh.
One should be able to override the person before them's screen, but because Zoom is so, the app like in general is so overwhelmed, sometimes it like takes them stop sharing to make you begin sharing.
Gotcha. Okay, so if I stop sharing and I exit this, I think I just need to leave it as a window up here. Okay, I'll try that again and hopefully it'll work tomorrow. Thank you so much. And so now they all have the link to check in with our Zoom chat, so we should just be sitting there.
Yes. Okay. And also like if you still are having like complications on Zoom or confusion, like literally just Zoom me. I'm not doing
well, and what was your name again?
Mackenzie Smith.
Thank you, Mackenzie. All right, thanks. Bye.
Yeah. Have a good evening.
Okay.